What's up, guys? It's Elijah from Eli Gaming, and today we're playing some more Final Fantasy 14.
I met Chthonic in Lyric's chat, and I was top mod.
So what made you exactly like turn on this? I know like you were like cool slash you was odd. You see that's the thing too. It's like
research. I didn't do like
the thing with them is
This is the most hated NPC in
the thing with them as well. It's like
This is the most hated NPC in Dark Souls. Petrus of Thorland is one of the first NPCs you can encounter in Firelink Shrine. One with the unfortunate miracle. He can teach you miracles if you join his covenant, but he's not who you think. Every time the captain, even Rhea, will appear near Petrus with her two companions. And if you pay your following souls times your current soul level, he'll tell you that she's after the Right Kingdom. They will leave Firelink Shrine either after Pinwheel is defeated or after talking to Petrus and reloading the area. After she leaves, Petrus will state that he failed to protect Rhea, and if Lautrec is still alive at this point, you can pay him for information on what really happened. In the Tomb of the Giants, you can find Rhea, Vince, and Nico in the pit that Patches pushes you into, and you can save her by defeating her beef jerky-fied companions. Rhea moves to the Undead Parish as a miracle merchant, and Petrus will confront you for saving her, saying she's not worth anything but her family name. If he kills you here, he'll say he was a wolf in sheep's clothing, and Rhea is as good as dead. If you stop Petrus from killing Rhea and purchase all her miracles, you will move to the Duke's Archives prison cell, Hollow, where you'll have to put her down yourself. This is the most hated NPC in Dark Souls. Petrus of Thorland is one of the first NPCs you can encounter in Firelink Shrine. One with the unfortunate miracle. He can teach you miracles if you join his covenant, but he's not who you think. After killing the captain, even Rhea will appear near Petrus with
Oh, and this should of course go without saying, let's keep these last few pages between us arterial one and understand. Right then, the first floor of those barracks will be converted into tavern for the duration conference. Why don't you go and have something to eat? For once, a suggestion with which I agree. Go on ahead. I will join you anon.
I kept whipping him like his ancestors. Wait, they just kept whipping him. They're like, I don't like it. They just kept...
and we know each other before. Like we met up with each other around like
Welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with
Ain't
you
no
in a
way they
moment.
gave the maid a voice.
Cold out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks.
Don't worry, I used to be a tester too,
So that's yeah. When it came to Rim server, I was just going there to shit talk fucking Tony heads. That's where I met really Chthonic. I talked to Chthonic really that day. I met Given Ant. I met Dan. Dan had to pull me aside one time because Tony was like screaming ducks. Spoiler alert.
Afraid food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all.
Glasses, dude.
Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting.
Man.
When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come.
Yeah.
I knew I had to be here, to do my bit.
Yeah, we went for
My husband, he
he
died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread.
So guys, today I was in Birmingham this morning playing a gig with fucking Black Sabbath. And would you do me a favour, like tonight, Ozzy Osbourne, that fucking legend Ozzy fucking Osbourne, is playing his fucking gig.
You look tired.
And I said, look at this, to me it's
why.
And I want you to say, on the count of 3, we fucking love you, Ozzy.
We fucking love you, Ozzy.
3, 2, 1, we fucking love you, Ozzy! Thank you, you
Leave now.
Whoa, rock and roll! Sharon!
This was never your fight.
I'm so confused! Whoa, rock and roll! Sharon!
Who's the real godfather of heavy metal? Tony Iommi forging riffs with Sabbath's doom, or Lemmy blazing speed and chaos with the motor? Who's the real godfather of heavy metal? Tony Iommi forging riffs with Sabbath's doom, or Lemmy blazing speed and chaos with the motor?
My son. They told me he walks in Alone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
Got my drink, get some ice, and I'm about to enjoy the shit out of this motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie.
You're telling me I can't even get ice in this motherfucking universe?
He told me the same.
Pokemon universe. Got my drink, get some ice, and I'm about to enjoy the shit out of this motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie.
I expect they think it's comforting.
What are you guys selling? What do y'all got there?
We got chicken, hot wings, potato salad.
How much is it for a meal? What kind of meal could I get for $15?
Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse.
I'll get $200 worth of meals, and then I'm gonna go hand it out to the homeless.
Oh, wow. Real for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna match that.
Why, bro?
Because I see where your heart's at.
Yet that is what they would have us do.
Let's get some meals together.
Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future.
That's incredible. Thank you. $200 for you.
Thank you. We give you a hug too.
How old are you?
I'll be 68 next month.
Why are you still working?
Well, I just see if I
But he was my future, my flesh and blood, my heart.
Oh, I bought you guys up?
You just made my day.
The people will love the food. Open it up and check it out, bro.
That's
Yeah, bro. Eat up, man.
Thank you, boss. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you too, man.
Yeah, give me that.
Of course. Yeah, you get your own, man. Thanks, of course. Is that good?
Yeah. Oh, gee. I was told that.
Is this it? We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them.
Enjoy. I got something for you.
Oh, my goodness.
They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I!
Yeah, can I get 100 of them?
I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin.
Yeah. I bring it to the homeless shelter, so it's for the homeless people, and some people can't have food, so I just want to have like just a few options for them, so they don't have to worry about it.
All this nonsense about Kings of Hell, as if I care what they did or didn't do. Makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? And they bollocks.
Awesome, thank you guys so much. That's so nice.
It's a bloody ruse is what it is. And Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
Back after I hand them out, let you guys
But
know
what can we do?
And then also I'm gonna give you guys
They
some-
believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
Yeah, we love you, man.
They got heart and hearts.
No. I will not let that happen.
What are you gonna do about it? You just poisoned me. Just so you can make this easy.
This is for you guys.
They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will
You can't do anything but poison me.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Could I get 60 junior whoppers?
Serious, you want 6? I know you plan.
Hey!
100%.
Hey!
Dead serious.
All right, 162.56, bro.
Alright. You guys just take your time. Don't worry about when they come out. I'm not in a rush, so.
Alright, thank you.
No, thank you guys. Make sure they're made with love.
Absolutely. Always.
Do you have your wits about you?
Are they?
Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
Hey,
Tell me she needs to be thankful they got somebody like you.
so I'll hand it out to people, okay? And then I'm gonna give you some.
You ain't gotta give me nothing.
Yeah, but I'm going to.
That's love, man. Whatever you do.
Gotta show me the money, you know? We'll be back, okay? Yes, thank you guys. Yeah. You know me, I'm not single, man. Make sure you keep me warm.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Dravarnians.
Yes, sir. Yo.
Remember your husbands
Take
and
care of yourself, too. You can share it with me. Yeah. What are you guys selling?
does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood boil at the injustice? Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters. Remember it, and strike back!
You there! Don't just stand around gawping! Do something, man! Stop her! Yes, my lord!
Hey, Chi-Chi, could you give these clothes a wash? Easy on the starch, okay? We worked up quite a sweat today.
Hold it right there! Now, let me get this straight. You expect me to get dinner ready and wash your clothes while you indulge on relaxing and other? Well, that's not gonna happen, mister. Do you even care what kind of day I had? I don't know what I liked better, being chased after
See?
by a wild...
See here the true nature of the highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we... This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by dragon's fang, or death by nobleman's command. Death to all we hold dear!
Okay.
I spit on your choices, noble...
What have you done? I only did as you ordered, my lord. I gave no such order. I did not.
Dare say that cannot play out anymore. It's given that the first commander and Lord Cheerio are not here to take control of the situation. Spoke with the messenger who said they'd be returning shortly, but that's what they do not want to be done. Lord Emily has retreated to the barracks since refusing to speak to anyone, therefore it falls to us to ensure that the order has been fully restored. Come, let us walk straight, speak with the people. I go to the bathroom. Oh. He's in the bath. Oh wait. Lord Tyrion and the first commander should have returned by now. The tavern then. Their first order of business will be to speak with Lord Emlyn, and I doubt somehow doubt that he's moved in since we last saw him. I apologize. I bear false responsibility for this debacle. There will be time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces of what we know. According to the initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Emlyn ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falk's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down. Still, others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties. Well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives, for the time being at least. The churches are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it's likely that the convictors drew us away from the hamlet and leave with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I suppose one of these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood of the hamlet is any indication, there may have been more fruitful labors in the wake of the protest. The people seem disillusioned. You spoke with them, and I see. Sir Raymond, place trust me, it will be difficult to explain what's happened here. Remember how far we come first, kind of the people's faith may be shaken. We expect to convince us forward, and we'll do so again. If we can find but a means to remind them to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. I must pray that your night, nevertheless. For the time being, I have no choice to suspend the peace conference pending Sir Amaric's final decision. Under circumstances, I cannot leave Falk's Nest easily. Will you deliver my reports to the Lord Commander on my steed? Get up, Emlyn, you're going with him. Go on without me. You will not answer for your actions. You will answer for your actions as a person. Is that clear?
I'm dying. Okay.
ain't my fault.
Alonzo, you looked real nice the other day.
Honor, because this morning was.
No. I'm saying these are all the rides you need. You in a relationship, you don't need no rides.
The type of men you want to avoid are men who are born on their birthday. Avoid them like a plague, because they will ruin your life.
So all of them.
The type of men you...
Three reasons you struggle with social.
Make no mistake.
Okay, he's over there.
En le roi! No, no! What have they done to you? Onowa! Onowa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Y'all know who Glorilla is, right? G is that rapper who has that song, Bitch, I'm the Left, you know
Because
about
of you, you
me.
imbecile!
Bitch,
What
I'm
in the
the
seven
Left,
hells
you know
happened
about
to
me.
you?
Not gonna lie, bro, that shit goes hard. Well, she was just arrested for possession out of her own house in Georgia, and the reason the cops were there in the first place.
My apologies.
So 3 dudes
Some
broke into her
few of the
house to
guests
rob her
expressed
while
a
she
wish to
wasn't home, and
leave,
somebody else was there.
and I
They heard
implored
the
them to
dudes
stay.
downstairs doing whatever, and they came out and blasted at them. 3 dudes that were doing the robbery ran off into
It
the
would
woods,
seem
and the person that was
they
home
took
called
issue
the
with my
cops.
request.
Flo came back to the spot and was talking to them police, and they were like,
Gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
cause to search her house, even though she was the damn victim. They ended up arresting her for
Do not blame yourself, my lord.
and some undisclosed
I know.
controlled substance.
I
but
know
it's a
that you and your
simple
brother
possession.
have
Both of
Ishgard's
them are
best
felonies
interests at
for
heart.
over an ounce of marijuana. Was booked into the jail, given a $22,000 bond, and she
That
was already
poor
booked out on
woman.
these charges.
She lives
I
in the
just wanna
past,
know how late
clinging
does a
to
cop
the
have
memories
be?
of the
You
lost.
literally got called out there because somebody was committing a serious crime against her in her home, and then you're like, I smell something, I better do a search. You arrest
But the future holds so much promise, so much joy.
What do y'all think?
And you! You know that better than any.
G is that rapper who has that song, Bitch, I'm from Memphis, what you know about me? Not gonna lie, bro, that shit goes hard. Well, she was just arrested.
Onua?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Kairoujian without delay.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces!
Mommy, was Daddy going out without you last night? What do you mean, darling?
Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Oh, we were just playing cars and Daddy was reversing out of Mommy's garage.
Mommy, was Daddy going out without you last night?
What did you say to me?
I said I'll let you go.
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
Alright, let's go.
It's so easy. It's so easy.
What did you say to me?
I said.
Has porn filled your...
Hi, welcome to heaven. So happy to have you here. So this is heaven? I get to spend the rest of my life with you and other believers? Not quite.
And what would
You're
you
at the
know
wrong
about
age. We just gotta make sure
consequences?
you're qualified to
You
get
who
in.
always know
What?
just
I
what to
thought all we
say
had to do
and
was
just
believe
what
in
to
your son
do.
that we would get in.
Your every deed
And
is
you're
greeted with a
absolutely
round of
right. We're just
applause.
gonna do one simple audit to make sure that your actions match your beliefs. That you didn't just talk the talk, but you walked the walk. You're gonna put a video of my entire life to check the fruits of my good works or something, right? Oh, no. We stopped doing that a long time
You know nothing about me.
through everything, and so funny enough, we got this recommendation.
I have fought tooth
We're
and
just gonna
nail
go
for the
through
people
group
I
chat
hold
history.
dear.
Group chat history?
Done everything in my power to save them.
Nope. It has to be with
And
your
I have
closest
failed.
friends. Same gender. Gabriel? 네, 여기 있습니다. Okay, let's see what we got here.
Learn to live with it. I have.
Good me, it's all Sonic and Shrek. What are you still doing here?
Which way up?
Straight behind you. When it gets warm, jump.
Hi, welcome to...
Hello, may I please buy this copy of Cyberpunk 2077 for the PlayStation 4?
Sure. That'd be $25. Do you take card? Aren't I supposed to pay you $25?
No, not by any means. I'm paying you to take the game. It's like me giving you a refund. Because when you get home, you're gonna find out that game is complete shit. Okay? Thank you, but I highly doubt that. A few minutes later. Here, you can have your money back. Hello, may I please buy this copy of Cyberpunk 2077 for the PlayStation 4? Sure, that'd be $25. Do you take card? Aren't I supposed to pay?
Is it just me or does anyone else's child make a full day of culture? And then by the time
$10 million, you scroll. $10 million.
What are you doing my uncle and life with this?
Are you gonna change my life? Or like this is insane? Lord, if you came back right now. On the go. $10 million. What are you doing my uncle and life with this? Are you gonna change my life? Or like this is insane? Lord, if you came back on the go. $10 million. What are you doing my uncle and life with this? Are you gonna change my life? Or like this is insane? Lord, if you came back right now. Time to go. $10 million? What are you doing?
Kelly Osbourne, Ozzy Osbourne's daughter, and that's what I think about him wanting to.
Is there current physical evidence that a snake walked up to Eve and deceived her? There sure is, and that's next in the trouble. Not only does the Bible say that snakes had legs and God took them away, but current snakes have legs. I guess God took them. Nothing spurs or external protection from snakes is they are more like spurs than this is what I got told. Required for living. These teens are born expressed differently. This suggests that snakes descended from ancestors fully developed limbs. God removed the snake's legs right here in Genesis chapter 3. And the Lord God said unto him, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle. Of the meat, upon thy belly shalt thou eat, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. A snake. You know the Bible is thousands of years old. I learn something new every day. It's 11:11, and Jeremiah 33:3 says, call unto me, and I will answer thee, and show thee great and mighty things.
I don't care what you think of the Bible. Are you sure about that? Are you like all the way sure about that? You're gonna say being gay is not a sin, and you don't care what the Bible actually says about it. Like, how are you gonna mention what a sin is not without mentioning what the very definition of what sin comes from, which is the Bible, which is from God? You say, I don't care if it's a sin, that's another thing in itself. Being attracted to somebody of the same sex is absolutely not a sin. It says crucify our desires. Attraction is not identity. You need to know that. It says to take every thought captive, even homosexual. The gay ones, queer ones, lesbians, sure. There are people that are attracted to children as well. Keep that same energy for them. Acting upon your desires is where the guilty verdict comes. actually calls it perversion. Calling what you decide to do who you are. God loves you. That's for you to be born again.
You're a Christian. You need to see this.
My dad prayed 33 years for me to get saved. Moms, dads out there, I know you're praying for your kids and your grandkids. Keep praying. I was an atheist. I actually walked into my dad's prayer closet and said, Dad, shut up. I don't want your God. And I don't believe in your God. But he kept praying. This is a video to encourage you moms, dads, and uncles, whoever you are that's got lost
Word
members, your kids.
Word the demonstration's resolution outscript to you, Eli, remained woman and child of his Scar's hotel.
He said you got saved for 2 years. The God that I cussed. The God I didn't believe.
This room, that my youngest lack of judgment was to blame, of course. Such stories of present exaggeration would exactly came to pass.
Never give up.
You're a Christian.
I see, so that's the truth of it. Regardless of the intent, the result is undeniable. These were the cause of these misguided few who can't let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate piece we were poised to forge is once more behind us. Dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that to be taken away. Is it any wonder they were left bereft?
I'll do $1,000 sandwich.
We don't have $1,000 sandwich.
How much is it for one sandwich?
One sandwich, about $8.50. I make about 80 or so sandwiches.
Okay. And I go hand it out to people who are hungry.
Sounds really cool. You pay for like 40 of them. I'll donate 40 of them myself.
Oh, you want it to come from your end?
Yeah.
The only way I will take that deal is if I can help make the sandwiches.
Yes. Got it. 3.50, 2.60. This is awesome.
For what was the sacrifice? Have we not to show for something I thought peace and sufficient help may have others of sake? We are warriors, Lord, and men, and ours is a nation. Build on such support for right or wrong, so we are and we deny at our peril. To hold on to the past without being hold. We must need to find a way to honor sacrifices or lords without glorifying in their excess. Difficult path to be sure we did not then die scars, which mar each soul, lest we spur other disillusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in past glories for their day at all. A clear, unambiguous enemy and an undeniably righteous cause. This is a bitter reflection. The lies through they did long serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve as well. I fear yet we are not without options. At last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the yours and alliance for joint military exercise and strength time as ties between our nations and test the readiness to meet a common threat. I had to delay these exercises until after these conflicts, but may have a great melee just the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. There is still an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies. Unified as guardian pillars filled with men and women from all walks of life which could stand against the coalition of the allied nations by hushed by his guard in the shadows of the gates of judgment. In the shadow of the gates of judgment, a victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation and a declaration to all of country that we are strong and united as ever. Such a victory would do much to fan the flame of patriotism. It's true, but if we should be defeated, though, would even to hold our own against the supreme of three nations might be to triumph. Very well, you may count on my support for what the Lord's worth. However, I have promised I would have my son Amelin take part in the grand melee. By his deeds, as he brought shame upon Ashgard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor. We wish, my lord, if that is his desire, then this should be so. Now then, we have no time to lose the life. Would you be so kind as to explain my instructions to Lucia, us right to the alliance leaders at once begin making arrangements for the grand melee. Should you chance to see my son, pray and inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough make every effort to avoid. So that is the solution to Grand Melee to unite the people. What part would they have you play in this there? I wonder what you, whom they have taken into their confidence, upon whom they have come so heavily to rely. Will you oblige them with the proposition mainly stand for your star once more? Poor choice of words for friends is tied truer than the living and lost. But for this Grand Melee is his story and wishes to feel the force, compromising both Temple Knights and Hills watch this. I can only imagine what she'll have to say about that fact. Curiosity compels me to go and see for myself. See if I got this on my phone and watch later. Should have it. I don't have it. I gotta get it.
dying.
It's been this big garden for me, you know. My wife worked her ass up for a year to get me all organized. And a guy called Tom Morello, who organized all the bands, people like that, you know, make concerts happen. And I don't know what to say, man. I've been laid up for like fucking 6 years. And it's so, you've got no idea how I feel.
Carried on her to manner. Best charges obtained 2 minutes to speak. You have to wait until you will.
I'm dying.
Watch Jack Black on Ozzy Osbourne's legendary career.
Okay.
So father has volunteered me for his grandmanly of theirs. My beloved fan, always making my decisions for me.
Genre had the greatest second act comeback in rock history. Then what? How about No More Tears in 1991?
It would sound like that. It's just, oh, you want to understand. How could you? You're free to be the man you want to be. Whereas I am a son of House 4 Temps. Don't you see? My future was determined before I was born. What I could and could not do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it until the old order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, for a place.
Watch.
What are you doing up there?
I'm just... Did you notice Ozzy on...
Can men get pregnant?
Oh, I am.
You're pregnant? You are?
Yeah. How about a congratulations? Instead of laughing at me, you could say like congrats or something.
Congratulations. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
How
appreciate
far
it.
along are you?
2 weeks.
How do you know you're pregnant after 2 weeks?
My stomach's been growling more than usual. And me and him had sex, so I think that's where it came from.
How long have you guys been together?
2 weeks.
Oh.
Like a one night stand. I was finna dip, but I was like, that's my kid. I'm finna stay.
That's really noble of you. We need more of that, more men. Did you take a test yet?
The test for what, AIDS?
That too. But presumably the pregnancy test?
Oh, no.
How do you know you don't just have cramps?
No, I have a kid too, so this is the second time this happened.
So the first time you had a kid, you felt like...
Yeah, I felt the same sensation I'm feeling now.
Okay, and where did the kid come out of?
My asshole. That's kind of obvious, right?
No, you're right. So you identify as a woman?
No, but that's kind of offensive.
I'm the one. I identify as one.
So shouldn't you be the pregnant one?
No, I just told you Mike could get pregnant.
Can men get pregnant?
I would eat someone's face off to win a fight. How do you turn it off? You know, they're asking you like...
Right or wrong, that was the way of it until the old order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, for a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion with faith and conviction and dedicate themselves to their cause, but not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choices, which is why I let their men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, take this guard, this comforts. Suppose I had convinced myself I was above it until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw honor, I wanted to scream, I wanted someone to blame, but in the end, it was only me, only me.
Someone's face off to win a fight. If you're not willing to go that far, there's just no point. Like, why don't do it? Because I'll...
Is that an Aaron Hernandez jersey? Yeah, that's...
But anyway,
you know when he was like accused of, right?
I mean, yeah. He's one of the best ever do it, though.
Why don't you have a ring? What the hell, man? You're one of the best ever. Drew Bledsoe has a ring. Aaron Hernandez had a ring around his neck.
I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind.
When you heard about Aaron Hernandez, what you thought your reaction was?
Next question. I learned that from Drew Rosenhaus. Next question. But
It had to be a shock for you, though. It had to be a shock for all your teammates.
next question.
All right, then I'll ask you. It seems to me that these two men
So-
played on opposite sides of the line.
So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I'll go to Surrey and I'll make my own decision.
But they had more than that in terms of being opposites.
That truthfully, I'm not going to go.
Same old phone? Nah, it's me in 3 time zones. One eye on an edit, 1 foot on a trail, and 1 on this guy. Why settle for glass buttons? This is a real flex. Can your phone do that?
Square collapsed after Hironobu Sakaguchi left the company, said Final Fantasy composer Nobuo Uematsu, adding that the situation at Square was awful after the... Yeah, not great. Final Fantasy series creator Sakaguchi joined Uematsu on the podcast Nobuo Ishune earlier this month, where they discussed their time together at Square working on the series in the 80s and the 90s. God, I wish I spoke Japanese so I could listen to it. That's fantastic. Sakaguchi resigned in 2001 before officially leaving Square in 2003, along with other key members of the company ahead of its merger with rival Enix that same year. Yeah, and we all know why that happened, sadly, which is, while Sakaguchi is a genius who is basically the mastermind behind the best years of Final Fantasy, he also went all in.
Lord Commander, if I may,
Fantasy Spirits Within,
I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
Puzzling movies out there. For those of you who don't know, Final Fantasy Spirits Within is a generic, forgettable, depressing science fiction movie that for some reason is called Final Fantasy. It has nothing to do with Final Fantasy at all. There's one character called Sid, spelt with an S, not a C. It was the first time that Final Fantasy fans felt betrayed by Square. It was the first time that something that didn't feel like Final Fantasy at all
Proceed.
had the Final Fantasy name slapped onto it to sell more tickets. And as much as I love Sakaguchi,
How do you do it, my lord?
don't know what he was thinking.
How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians?
It's fine. You know, he's done...
Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
It's what I think caused the merger with Enix.
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers.
It all went to shit. So yeah.
If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion.
That do not feel or play like Final Fantasy, and they certainly don't hit in the same way, but they call themselves Final Fantasy. Square collapsed after Sakaguchi left, said Uematsu on the podcast next to Automaton. To put it simply, he's the big boss. Always has been, always will be. Yeah, I mean, I can just totally see that. Like, look at Nomura under Sakaguchi. And then look at Nomura without Sakaguchi. They seem like 2 completely different creatives at this point. Yeah. But with all due respect to Nomura, the guy is a fucking genius character designer, and we all know that. Uematsu describes Square in its formative years as more of like a club of university students than a serious company. That makes me sad to read that, because yeah, you can just tell that, like, you know, they're a bunch of young, talented professionals full of ambition and optimism, and they aren't already famous yet. They aren't already too successful. They can't afford to rest on their laurels. They have to follow the rules of good craftsmanship and good writing. Otherwise, their games aren't going to sell. Unlike today, when they can shovel out any old slop, any old mixed bag, and a deranged, crazed section of the fan base will hail it like it's the Mona Lisa in the Sistine Chapel of gaming. We didn't even have a proper corporate organization, yet everyone listened to it. It's the kind of quality you have to be born with. That's really interesting, because some people are natural leaders, some people are naturally born with this quality. Uematsu called Sakaguchi a leader. He may have been bossy and strict, but he was able to attract the people around him. Yeah, it's like, I've had teachers like this in school, who the way they lead, they don't even need to threaten with punishment or anything. You just want to do your best work for them because you respect them. You don't want to disappoint them. Uematsu continued. Maybe Sakaguchi isn't aware of this, but the situation at Square was awful after he quit. He left and the organization suddenly collapsed.
He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalaine. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite
It's done. The golden age of Final Fantasy, the absolute best run that it had.
I want
was
to
Final
believe.
Fantasy IV
I
and
do.
Final Fantasy X, 1991 to 2001, which is crazy that it's exactly 10 years. But 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Lord Commander,
10,
through my careless
they
orders,
are all
a pall has been
classics.
cast over
They
these
are all-
proceedings, and I beg
they're
the
not
opportunity
always
to make
perfect.
amends.
8 is quite an interesting. 8 is an interesting mixed bag where it has probably the
I,
biggest flaws.
Amanalaine de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Music, it just kind of gets away with it. 10 is interesting because it's the transition game where it's fun in a way a lot of the old games were. But 10 also
Who am
gives you
I to
glimpses
deny
of
such a
how
heartfelt
Soy
plea?
and how Kingdom
We would
Hearts
be
and everything
honored
about
to
the
have you
game
join the
is
fray,
so
my lord.
It's kind of like a birth of a modern age one. But when you see 10-2, it's like, oh, okay, the series is done. Yeah, everything's about to go to shit. So, as for Uematsu, he left Square Enix in 2004.
You will take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For the FF series. Last year,
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
retiring from video game music, as some had feared.
The esteemed Sir Emmerich leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
The fact that he says Square collapsed and the situation at Square was awful after he left, you know.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more.
Explains why Final Fantasy games just became such a mixed bag of mid-slot afterwards. Like anyone who says...
An adventurer beholden to none who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side.
Yes, the characters are different. Yes, the stories are different. Yes, this and that. It's always like innovations upon an existing formula. But
I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend, one more time.
Make a new FF game. It's ridiculous. This whole Final Fantasy is about change. So this whole Final Fantasy has always been about change thing. It's a bullshit argument, and it just falls apart the second.
Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
Hello? Hello? Apparently Final Fantasy has been worse since 2001.
Has been what?
Hasn't been as good as it was before 2001 when Final Fantasy X came out.
Okay, who told you that?
Well, I saw it on YouTube, and it's apparently because the creator of Final Fantasy left. The creator of Final Fantasy left and formed his own company and just came out with a new game.
Oh, what was the new game?
It's called Fantasian.
Never even heard of it.
I haven't heard of it until now either. I'm gonna play the first 9 Final Fantasy games. I'm getting 1 through 6 and 7 and 8. Because I want to have almost all of them on Steam.
I pretty much have all of them.
I have only 10, and I have 10 and 10-2 and the 13 trilogy and 14, and that's it. And I have 16 on my PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I think I have 15 on there as well. I could see where people are coming from that's not as good, because those older ones had better stories and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, so these remakes are not that good.
Yeah.
You know.
The only thing the remakes have that are good is the gameplay.
Yeah.
The music is decent.
We didn't care for that.
You mean Rebirth? I liked the first one.
Whatever one I played was kind of stupid.
The Rebirth? Yeah, the first one, the one that came out in 2020 was better.
Yeah. But the one that just came out, what was it, last year?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
That wasn't that good.
Yeah. It was just too confusing. It was like a multiverse. They turned it into like the Marvel MCU universe.
They turned it into something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you have for dinner?
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh. We have spaghetti with sausage instead of meatballs. Italian sausage. Wendy's messed up her order.
Wendy's always messes up the order.
I'm aware.
That's why we don't go to Wendy's.
They messed up my Baconator last time I had something I wanted. They put everything on it. Wasn't very happy. You gonna be glad to be off for the weekend?
Yes.
Can you believe July's almost over?
I know. Summer's almost over.
Yeah.
Pardon me, I was out here cutting the grass, but yeah, I'm seeing a lot of hate about Hulk Hogan.
People are already hating on Hulk Hogan after he died because he was racist at some point.
Whatever, just let the man be in peace.
Yeah. Same with Ozzy.
Yeah, just let them both be in peace.
We don't need to hear.
Nobody perfect.
You don't have to.
Perfect.
No.
But Ozzy, he admitted to making a lot of damn mistakes in his life, and he rekindled them, you know.
Uh huh.
So he apologized for him, made him right.
Yeah. Apparently AC/DC is touring still.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know that.
I think this is their last tour, though.
Yeah, people are telling all those old bands that they need to stop touring. I'm like, just let them tour for people to see them the one time they're going to be able to.
Yeah, but a lot of the bands like from when I grew up, they're kind of calling it quits after this year.
Yeah.
So.
Isn't Judas Priest touring as well?
Yeah, but this is like their final year.
I think.
Iron Maiden's doing their final year.
Yeah.
Next year. Def Leppard's doing its final year next year.
They're doing it in Las Vegas, aren't they?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. I keep seeing on Facebook they're going to Las Vegas.
Yeah, I don't really know.
You think they're going to come to Minnesota again?
They're going to be here the next month. Def Leppard is.
Are you going?
I don't know.
Oh.
They're going to be here for the state fair.
Oh.
So. Yeah.
I wish I could go.
Right. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to let you go because I need to go finish cleaning up the kitchen.
Okay, bye. I love you.
Alright, bye. I love you.
Pardon me, I was out here cutting the grass, but yeah, I'm seeing a lot of hate about Hulk Hogan and about his life and how he lived his life. racist behavior. You know, not wrong. I mean, he definitely displayed racist behavior throughout his life. There should be no defending that. As a matter of fact, he came out and did reveal that too. You know, said those things about all that come out and exposed him as not on to continue with this kind of thing. God is going to expose you. This ain't going to turn God even closer. And I know was baptized a couple of years ago when Jesus is the word in his last days. Truly showed a regeneration of a new creation, a new mind. A regeneration of a new creation, a new mindset, a renewed mind. Let me tell you, he had wants to live his life. Here's my problem with you. Y'all here look racist.
Let all here present heed well the rules of engagement.
But y'all display hatred towards people for many other reasons and downplay it. Right? God thinks that that type of hatred for people is less than hatred of the other ones. Racist, just think about it. Excuse me, they got hatred for any reason whatsoever. Y'all hate why y'all just don't hate each other for y'all. Y'all hate each other for what they y'all represent. Y'all hate each other for what organizations bodies in. Y'all hate people for who they are. Y'all will find any reason in the world to hate your neighbor. But it only represents something bad in you. It's not the same skill and hatred that you may have just the same. That's his wages of sin, wages of racism, wages of hate is death. Oh, what y'all forget is that. Yes, even racist.
How much pasta can I get for $500? You get a lot of pasta for $500. A lot, man. It's for the homeless. Big trades for pasta.
For the honor and the glory.
All is ready then. Very brave men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the grand melee begin!
Why am I in this one?
tons of money later. So like that's like kind of the thing. These are not gonna ever be worth tons of money.
I seen graded cards sell for a ton.
All forces fall back.
I'll break it down for you. So the Tentacle, it's from Fossil, pretty cool card, but it's not first edition, and it does have some wear on it. Unless this card was graded 10, probably not going to be worth anything. Please, again, at most, it's not graded 10. You spend $15 just for this card to still be worth less than what it was after grading. That's nice in a 10. Pretty solid card. $50. The issue with this card is the centering. It's not centered perfectly. It doesn't have any nicks on it, so pretty good.
On the depth side, you heard the man back to it.
But it's only going to make it worth about a little bit more than what it's going for.
All forces from the line on Eli now.
If it was going to grade a 10, I would definitely say that you should consider sending it. But because it's not, I would definitely not send these. It would just be a waste of money. You're saying I'm looking for cards that are recent value.
Did he win? Then we... Victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard! Well fought, my friend. You truly are the warrior of warriors. Thank the fury you were on our side.
Over the $1,000 cash? Why's that?
Mystery might be way more than $1,000. Why you ask me that question?
See, do you like basketball?
Oh yeah, Ron's best player on back then.
What's your name?
Shout to Ron.
Are you going to Big 3 today?
I just got a free. Today my first free birthday in 21 years.
Happy birthday, man. This basketball is a mystery basketball. I want to give it to you. What's your dream? Are you happy right now?
I think I'm more happy because you're already humanized. Everybody else is humanized. So,
can I give you a hug? Love you. You have a house right now? You said you've been in prison for 21 years. What were you doing before that?
Oh, my lungs are burning, and I can barely stand.
That was hell. I've never been in trouble in my life.
It's your birthday? It's an ice cube tray.
I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond.
It's your birthday gift.
Man, get out of here, bro.
No strings attached, man.
The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
That's actually on behalf of Ice Cube. What would you say to him?
Thank you for giving me the shot that I need. I just got to
Also, hey, we're going courtside right now to go see him. How's that sound to you, man?
A truly magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
Sometimes, man, you'll break through right around the corner. You don't even know. Just don't give up.
What is the real reason you're losing to the P word? Is the fear that even if you try again...
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
Today I'm one of the head coaches and our chain leader, but 2 years ago I was just a guy chained to the P word.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them. I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
What I needed to heal was the root. That's what Unchained Leader helped me do. In fact, over 8,000 men...
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
This is what we do. We help men unwire those conditional cues. This isn't behavior management, fellas. It's not...
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Braubarn. subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the
How many
passion and
pumpkins do you
unity
have?
of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Ah, yes. The people. Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
Mama, what are you making? What are you making?
Chicken Alfredo!
This is chicken Alfredo?
It's gonna be perfect, like portion. It's gonna be perfect, like portion size for us. I think one's enough flavor.
I don't think enough flavor would save this anyway.
You don't even know what I'm doing yet.
Well, that made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way.
There's 15 grams of protein in there.
Exactly, so this is good for you.
Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle for them.
You know everything you see online, I've got to make. We can just leave it online.
I'm gonna make this, we're gonna eat it.
Tis but a scratch, I assure you. And I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns.
What the hell is she doing?
Make that 2 dozen. Still, as your Stola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on, one at a time. One day at a time. As Minfilia would have done.
That's a lot of cheese.
More cheese is better.
Why some noodles not be done?
You better stop right now. What the heck? Look, I told you, didn't I? No, these noodles are done. Yes. Look how creamy this is. That is so creamy.
I can't believe that worked.
That would be good too.
Hello, I'm interested in your PlayStation 4 and your Xbox One that you have. No problem. This is actually my last 2 consoles. My PlayStation 4 and my Xbox One. How much did you want for both of them? I could be able to do you a good deal. $400 even for both consoles. That's a really good deal. How much would it be if you threw it down Atari? Let's say $450 even if I throw in the Atari. I love the price. I have a few things that I'd like to trade in since I don't have any cash on me. Is that cool? I normally do trades, but this being my last, like, 2 consoles and a retro one, it's gonna have to be a really good trade. That's no problem. I got some really good stuff. I'll start. Right here, I have this oxygen machine. Also have these used attachments for vacuum cleaners. I have the Magic Bullet food processor. No. I have to stop you there. Literally, who in the fuck keeps telling you guys not buy this stupid shit or I trade this stupid shit? The guy out front, I think he said his name was Fred. Everybody, come on in. We buy empty chocolate milk containers. If you have dead batteries, we buy those too. Crank televisions, no problem. We buy it all.
Hey, this just came in. Can you take care of this for me? Yeah, sure. Wait. Is this how you guys do this every single time? Of course. You said we were a team. That's not what I meant! Hey, this just came in. Can you take care of this for me? Yeah, sure. Wait. Is this how you guys do this every single time? Of course. Cooper, you said we were a team.
When you entered this competition, did you really believe that you could become, like you're standing on now, the American Idol? You are the worst singer in America.
How much are your pizzas?
My lord!
Depends on the pizza, $26.50.
$26.50.
So I recently, y'all have. I want to. You're gonna start by throwing some.
Au revoir,
nice
my
chicken
boy.
breast into your
Shouldn't you be in bed?
You're gonna season it up with some garlic powder, onion powder, salt, black pepper, and then finish it off with a little paprika.
Look at that. Right there. I'm just so proud. She using seasoning.
Thank you for your concern, my lord. But I have largely recovered from my ordeal, and I have naught but several scars to show for it, which I have been told some women may find appealing.
I see. And to think I was worried sick over you.
You're gonna add some shredded mozzarella cheese and top it off with some of that cooked chicken. Then you're gonna loosely cover.
Oh, okay, so she putting it on top of it.
I'm not sure I understand, my lord.
Just bake it 400 for about 10 to 15
Well, let's
minutes
put that
until the
theory
cheese
to
is
the
melted.
proof.
And while that's baking, we're gonna make our sauce.
My lord?
Wait, what kind of sauce?
It would seem that a great many things have occurred in my absence. I thought I might begin to make amends by welcoming you in person.
Wait, so she making Alfredo sauce? What a pasta noodle?
The messengers spared not their chocobos to bring us word of your victory in the grand melee. I cannot well describe our elation when we heard the news.
Sweet southern twang, Jesus, she just made chicken Alfredo.
It called to mind the day we rejoined the Eorzean alliance, and I glimpsed hope rekindled in the eyes of the people.
Is that water?
The Fury herself ushers us into a new era. Sir Emmerich, the time is now.
Aye, that it is. Reconvene the conference and summon Vidofnir to Falcon's Nest.
If we talk about you, you're out. Impossible. There's only 1% of people make it all the way to the end. If you have keys in your pocket right now, you're out.
We will make peace with Hraesvelga's brood and hasten this bloody war to its
In
end.
case you already got out, and double tap for some extra.
Guys, it's finally happened.
Yes,
I
Lord
have
Commander.
beaten Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I'm ready to give my review. And
I will send word to Artoirel and bid him resume preparations.
Stick around, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's jump right into it. So, to discuss Donkey Kong Bonanza, first we must discuss expectations.
Emanelaine, you will place yourself at your brother's disposal.
Now, I've always been a
He will be
fan
glad of your
Donkey
assistance.
Kong Country series, which is the 2D platformers, and that's mostly what I like about Donkey Kong.
5 Donkey Kong Country games. 1, 2, 3 Returns of Tropical Freeze. So when I heard Donkey Kong was going 3D, instantly your mind goes to Donkey Kong 64. A game that isn't as
No stopping it now, is there? We should inform your Stoller and the others.
I'm pleased to report that despite the fact that I had some reservations before this game came out, I was worried about some of the mechanics. This
My dear friend, I doubt I will ever be able to thank you enough. But when the conference is successfully concluded, I damn well mean to clap.
Now I still gotta go back and do a bunch of side content, a bunch of post-game stuff. There's still a whole lot to do. I could probably play this game another 20, 30 hours, exploring and doing side things.
Trying to outsmart nicotine? Sign up for X Program's free 24/7 support and find a quit that sticks. Text X Program to 88709.
When people talk about Final Fantasy games, there are usually some games that are always at the top of the list. You've either got Final Fantasy VII with its groundbreaking visuals for the late 90s and unforgettable characters, Final Fantasy VI for its sprawling ensemble cast and operatic drama, Final Fantasy X gets known for its emotional story and modern production values for that time. Even Final Fantasy V was recognition for being the first game in the series to really focus on storytelling. But there's one game that almost never gets the spotlight, one that gets overshadowed, overlooked, and frankly underestimated, and that game is Final Fantasy V. Now, if you've actually played this game, you probably already know why I'm making this video, and if you haven't, well, you're definitely in for a treat, because Final Fantasy V has one of the most fun, flexible, and replayable gameplay systems in the entire series. The story starts off lighthearted, but gradually builds into something surprisingly emotional, and its legacy is everywhere in the genre. You just might not realize it. So in today's video, I'm making a case for Final Fantasy V, why it's one of the most underrated games in the Final Fantasy series, and why, if you haven't played it, you definitely need to. Before we get to that, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not, and leave a comment down below. Are you a fan of this game? Have you played it before? I'm hoping that I can kind of convince you to play this game and pick it up if you haven't after this video. So let's talk about why this game kind of, slipped under the radar for so long. It's interesting. So let's start with the biggest reason Final Fantasy V doesn't get the recognition it deserves: timing. Final Fantasy V was released in Japan in 1992 for the Super Famicom, but if you were in North America at the time, you didn't get it. It was skipped, passed over. Instead,
The appointed hour approaches.
Final Fantasy IV as Final Fantasy II, and then jumped straight to Final Fantasy VI, which was renamed Final Fantasy III. Final Fantasy V, nowhere to be seen. That is a surprising amount of numbers, all within a span of a few seconds. It can be very confusing. This meant that for Western fans in general, Final Fantasy V was simply invisible during the Super Nintendo era. It wasn't until the late 90s, several years later, that we got an official localization in the Final Fantasy Anthology Collection for the PS1. By then, Final Fantasy VII had already become a pop culture phenomenon, and Final Fantasy VIII was the new flashy thing. And Final Fantasy V, well, it looked old. Even worse, it had a clunky translation, slow load times thanks to being ported from cartridge to a disc-based system. You can see a little bit of this with Chrono Trigger as well, if you know, you know. The sad part is that Final Fantasy V actually did pretty okay in Japan. It sold well over 1 million or 2 million copies, and even now is still doing it.
She begged leave to watch the proceedings. I saw no reason not to grant
It
it.
never had the chance to build a fan base overseas. Games like 4 and 6 became classics with strong nostalgic followings, while Final Fantasy V became
Should I choose to deviate from my prepared remarks, I ask that you trust in my judgment.
now. And when you miss a game in its prime, it's hard to catch up later, especially in a series as
Have I ever
stacked
done
as Final
otherwise?
Fantasy. Now let's talk story, because this is where a lot of people write Final Fantasy V off. Yes, it starts maybe a little bit more comedic and lighthearted than other Final Fantasy games. We've got bards riding a chocobo around the countryside, there's pirates with a pet sea dragon, and a king with amnesia, a lot of jokes, and some lighthearted banter. It doesn't immediately hit you with tragic backstories or world-ending despair.
Not Harrelka? Harsvelger? Has that been no fear?
How long it hath been since our peoples met thus, children of Thornton, even by our reckoning.
Ancient sealed evils and the fading legacies of an older generation of heroes.
Vidofnir.
There's an incredible
daughter of Hraesvelga, we
Oh,
give
Hraesvelga.
thanks for your visit, and bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest.
Spoiler alert here if you haven't played Final Fantasy
Our
V.
sire bade us hearken unto the whispers of our hearts. They spoke to us of a paradise lost, of bonds of brotherhood which they yearn to see restored.
Another thing that Final Fantasy V often doesn't get credit for is its world building.
Ours too yearn for such a restoration, and they have guided us here this day, that they might yearn no longer.
You start like a traditional fantasy kingdom filled with castles and crystals and chocobos, all the classic Final Fantasy motifs. But before long, the narrative zooms out to reveal an entirely separate world with its own geography, history, and characters. And when the two worlds eventually fuse, it's not just like a plot twist, it's like
Brothers and sisters,
opening up.
ye who stand as witness, hearken to me.
Now, if we compare this to Final Fantasy IV, for example, which had a single linear
Since the
path
days of
through the
eld,
story and
when the
world,
bonds
Final Fantasy
betwixt
V
man and dragon were sundered by our hand,
there is a real sense
our
of progression
peoples
as
have
the
known
map
only
evolves.
war.
Things change and new areas become accessible as to be expected, and there are also secrets tucked away. for
Bloodshed
curious
without
players. You
end,
can revisit old things,
losses
find
beyond
new dialogue
counting,
or new
and
items,
still
yet the
we
game really
fall.
does encourage you to find these
still
things
we
as
fall.
the world changes while you play. Now, it's not quite as open-ended as later Final Fantasies, but it gives you just enough room to feel like you're on an epic
Some
journey
wounds
rather
do not
than being
heal.
funneled from plot point
The
to plot
dead
point. Final Fantasy V
cannot
is
be
more about
returned
mechanical
to us.
world building. The geography, the dungeons, and environments are designed with gameplay in mind. Airship
But we,
routes,
the living,
points,
can yet
exploration
choose another
loops, it's all
course.
crafted to support
Here
the
and now,
growing toolkit of
we can
jobs
lay down
and
this
abilities.
burden,
It's a
this
world that feels like it was made for you
hatred,
to
this
play in, not to
vengeance.
just watch a plot unfold. And honestly, that's part of the magic that makes me
Our forebears fought not so that we could die,
playing it for the first time.
but that we might
Let's
live.
talk about what makes Final
So let us
Fantasy
honor
V
their
actually
sacrifice and spare
amazing.
our children
The
this
job
death
system. The game
sentence.
here doesn't just have a job
Let us
system.
gift them
It
a
has
new
a
legacy.
job system. It takes
Life.
the concept introduced in Final Fantasy 1 and even 3 and cranks it up more than you could ever believe. You're not just swapping classes here, you're building like hybrid characters. You level up a job to learn its unique abilities, and then you can mix and match those
Betwixt
abilities
our
with other
peoples
jobs.
yearneth a divide deeper than the deepest abyss, wider than the widest sea.
One optimal path for your jobs. There are dozens of viable combinations.
Generations will live and die ere this divide is bridged.
Something new, even if it's like
Knowing
totally
this,
ridiculous on paper.
doth thy heart yet yearn for peace, son of Thordan?
And as you unlock more jobs, your party evolves. You start seeing these awesome synergies between classes, and before you know it,
Look now on the legacy we would leave to our children.
with a toolbox full of weird
A dream of peace, inscribed in stone for generations to come.
get the spotlight it deserves. Its influence
Covenant.
is everywhere. The job system has become a template for future games like Final Fantasy Tactics or Bravely Default, or even parts of other JRPGs you guys know and love. That sense of invented class design where you're encouraged to think outside of the box, I mean, that really started here. Even modern RPGs with flexible character builds owe a little something to Final Fantasy V's DNA. The Pixel Remaster version finally gives Final Fantasy V a modern release.
Father and his beloved,
Sounds amazing and plays
as they were so long ago,
to experience the game in its
happy and at peace.
It doesn't really trend on social media. It rarely shows up in best of.
The dream they shared shall be ours once more.
It's easily the most underrated Final Fantasy game. Now, hang on, before we get any further in the video, did you guys know that almost 87% of subscribe? So if you want to keep in touch with my regular weekly JRPG videos, ranking videos, reviews, discussions, retrospectives, hit that subscribe button. It's free and supports the channel quite a lot. So let's talk about one of the most underrated parts of this already underrated game. It's the music of Final Fantasy V. I love the music in this game. Now, as a massive Final Fantasy fan and a musician, I cannot not talk about
I knew it.
Your bow!
resonance that fits the game. From playful overworld themes to intense boss tracks, you might as well of reinforcing the game's shifting tone. For example,
I knew Nidhogg was going to show up.
and it's instantly catchy. It sets the tone for a story about friendship and discovery. And then there's the Battle of the Big Bridge, Gilgamesh's theme, which is arguably one of the most iconic pieces in the entire Final Fantasy franchise. It's so 16-bit era Jeremy.
Child of Gervania,
Not
art
included
thou
in
gone so forgetful
check out at the
that thou
down
wouldst
below.
forsake
Free
kith
download.
and kin, and consort with the spawn of
Is Final
Thornton?
Fantasy V the most
That
underrated
thou
game in the
wouldst
series?
dare contemplate peace?
Yes, it's a victim of bad timing, weird localization, and
Hearken unto me, all of you.
beneath that is a game that
The final chorus is nigh, and all will be held to account. All will bathe in the flames of retribution.
We are looking for gamers who want to learn how to become video game testers.
Till the coming of that day, look you on your sins and despair, for none shall escape my wrath. None shall escape my revenge.
Seven games in the role-playing game genre can boast the pedigree and lineage of the Final Fantasy series. Tracing its roots all the way back to 1987, the series has endured in the hearts of fans and critics alike. For the longest time, the various ports and remasters of these formative games being scattered across multiple systems. Luckily, this has now been remedied by the Final Fantasy Pixel
Damn you, Nidhogg.
revealed during Square Enix's showcase. Updated and modern, yet also faithful recreations of the first 6 titles in the Final Fantasy series, built from the ground up in the Unity engine. New and improved, they
Hells,
touted
take
as
that
the definitive
worm!
versions.
While he lives, we'll never know peace.
Updates, bringing them into the 21st century.
Aye!
when it
There'll
came
be no end to this war till Nidhogg is dead and gone!
Keeping in line with this, Square Enix
So let's
also
kill the
decided to
bastard and be done with it.
introduce the available
Death to
Steam,
Nidhogg.
Android and iOS versions
Death to
of these
Nidhogg.
games, while also
Death
releasing
to Nidhogg.
versions of Final Fantasy 3 and 4 as 3D remakes to avoid
Death
confusion.
to Nidhogg! Death 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 to Nidhogg!
Official plans revealed relating to expanding the release of Pixel remasters beyond the Steam platforms. Square Enix instead stated that the home console ports would depend on demand. Based on estimated Steam sales, the Pixel remasters have ended up selling just shy of 400,000 units combined, with over a third of these sales coming from the original Final Fantasy. This has generated an estimated $3 million after removing Steam's cut. And with mobile sales reviews not being that strong, it meant home console owners started to
I guess I got a Dragon
to their
Slay.
fate. However, right in time for the franchise's 35th anniversary, Square Enix announced that it would be bringing the Pixel remaster versions to PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. But not just this. They would also feature a whole host of changes compared to the original Pixel remasters, and these even newer versions would aim to further refine the definitive experiences. So, the long-time fans and the uninitiated, we thought we'd take the time to examine everything that's changed with the
There they go,
Pixel
the last
remasters,
guest having come hither with hope in their hearts, they depart patron
how
but
these versions differ from the original games in a general
until the
sense,
moment
how the
I
console
saw them
releases
strike, I still held some hope that what you've seen as you love is delusion, perhaps a reactive without hesitation as to Sir Amic. For mercy, Vinifer's wound was not mortal, or so Lucy tells me. The dragon spirited away to Annex, trying to receive care from her brethren. We cannot help but recover his swift. But such was surely Nidhogg's attempt to deliver proclamation not only to children of Thornton, but to his kindred. War was coming, and he did not stand with us to stand apart. She was example, message to her brood, another instrument of his vengeance like destiny.
The main objective has been to retain the original art when possible, updating it for modern displays, and to ensure this has been done to the highest possible standard. Kazuko Shibuya was assigned as the lead pixel artist. This was an incredible move, as Shibuya was one of the original staff members responsible for creating those pixel assets on the original games, and part of the challenge has been to adapt the designs for modern displays, as the original designs were created for similar technology. As modern displays don't do that, almost every asset has been created from the ground up, so that things appear as players remember them, and not as how they actually would look when blown up on modern displays. Taking things a step further, this means that a larger range of colours has also been used, with many of the models having more fidelity. And to ensure there's consistency while not losing that nostalgic feel, the decision was taken to have no clear distinction between 8-bit and 16-bit games. They are now using the same visual style
soundtrack has also been applied to sound effects as opposed to just the soundtrack in isolation. By adopting themes of following tradition and proper evolution, this means that even though the musical pieces have the exact same structure and can even be overlaid on top of each other, the decision was taken to remove technical limitations. It means that with the
I'm gonna take my meds.
Forgive me. That took longer than expected.
Ow.
You seem puzzled. Oh, these. I thought something warming might not go amiss.
I don't want coffee. The last person who did that poisoned me.
This was necessary due to numerous quality of life changes, but where possible, the developers have tried to ensure this balancing does not distort the experience.
It was not all that long ago that we sat here, you and I, in our very own falling snows, as Lord Horsefront called it. I still struggle to believe he is gone. And Azelle too. I had such hopes for her. Master Matoya asked me what it was all for. Why we fight. And why we die. Were I still commander of the Braves, I would doubtless have replied, for the future of Eorzea. But I'm not that man. Not anymore. I needed a new answer. One that I could live with. And when I saw Estinian at the ceremony, I knew at last what it was. I do not want to be a man who sacrifices his friends and family for a cause. I want to fight for Estinian, and I want to save him. When Nidhogg leads the Horde into battle, Ser Emmerich and his forces will do what they believe must be done. That is their choice to make. Yet even if Ser Emmerich is willing to forsake Estinian, I am not. We must fight for him, for he is our friend and ally. We may struggle, we may fail, but we must try.
Localizations have been updated in line with some of the more modern ports, and all of these titles now feature the European language options found in the Game Boy Advance versions, as well as Korean, Portuguese, Russian, and simplified and traditional Chinese. That then brings us on to these supplemental changes that will be added to the home console versions of the Pixel remasters. Listening to the reception of these Steam and mobile releases, Square Enix decided to change the font. The new font now matches the overall design of the games much better, and this is a welcome feature that will undoubtedly help these versions nail that nostalgic feel that Square Enix has really been aiming for.
We will. I know we will.
Console versions of the Pixel remasters also have a new feature that's sure to please audiophiles and retro enthusiasts in the fandom: the ability to switch between the newly arranged soundtracks and the original soundtracks. Outside of these changes, Square Enix has also added even more quality of life changes that will allow players to adjust the experience of each game to their liking. It means not only the options that will allow for the adjustment of how much experience, skill, and ability points that can be earned from battle, but you can also determine whether or not you even want to have this feature. And even Square Enix features it prominently. Its arrival can only be seen as a huge plus for busy players and game players to be able to maximize the effectiveness of their
You can walk in all too familiar path that reminded when we first came to this man. Lost in the story, we were grand stuck during an hour of need. We're saying and now it is our turn to return the favor. You're here to let no one say the signs do not pay to the debts. After all, what kind of people would be if we first would take offense, if we stopped looking for union and popular email, or gave up hope bringing Benefield back? Though she knew it would cost dearly, Benefield to reach out to us to deliver the message. She believed it was imperative that we understand the true nature of the star, of the rift between Zodiac and Hadwin and the nation's aspirations.
Such as Princess Sarah, while Boss Overworld's sprites seem to have been lifted from the Dawn of Souls version on the Game Boy Advance. When it comes to the localization, the script uses a combination of the Dawn of Souls and the Anniversary Edition scripts, along with some altogether new content to help smooth things out. When coupled with the wide variety of languages available, this easily makes it the most accessible version of the game ever released. Gameplay-wise, the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster features elements from across its many releases and re-releases. When it comes to character stats, level cap is set at 99, just like it was in Dawn of Souls, but the game has reverted back to the charge system for magic spells found in the original, as opposed to using MP. Beyond this, the accuracy and evasion stats are expressed as a percentage instead of a value, and the intelligence stat now has an effect on both spell damage and how much health is restored by spells. Enemy encounter tables have also been adjusted, removing the peninsula and power through patching out the tile
And the Ashian's aspirations, but for all that revealed, I could not shake the suspicion there is much we have yet to learn.
making things a bit more chaotic as enemies randomize the use of their attacks and abilities. The sleep status also no longer causes a guarantee.
In any event, I think it is time we step back from the fray and carefully steer our next sort of course of action. Will not be easy turn strategy to triumph, but we'll find a way. We will.
Chance of fleeing combat, making the fear spell essentially useless. There are also some new items featured in the Dawn of Souls version, and spell pressing and shock reflects the prices found in the easy mode of the Final Fantasy Origins port. The Final Fantasy II Pixel Remaster also features completely redone enemy sprite work that uses the original Famicom version. And beyond this, the accuracy and evasion stat that helps smooth fantasy.
Of all the
first
ways
change
for it to
is the
end.
visual one. It features completely redone enemy sprite work that uses the original 16-bit version as a base. Some overworld sprites have also
Even
been
before
touched
his
up,
transformation, I
such as
could...
Sarah, while boss overworld
Enough
sprites
to fuel a
have been
1,000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away
When it comes to
screaming.
the localization, the script uses a combination of the Dawn of Souls and the Anniversary
But Ishgardians, nay, all Eorzeans, are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis and understand what it takes to win a war.
Think not too deeply on Master Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve.
When it comes to character stats, the level cap is set at 99.
That,
just like it was
and to
in Dawn of
remind
Souls.
us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still,
Found in the original
to the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
Beyond this, the accuracy and evasion stats are expressed as a percentage
So
instead of a
that's your
value,
aim, is it?
And the intelligence stat now has an effect on both spell damage and how much
You
health
disapprove?
is restored by spells. Enemy encounter tables have
Not
also
at
been
all.
adjusted,
I
removing
believe
the
it's traditional for
peninsula
the
and
student to
power
follow
through
in the
patching out
footsteps of the
tile
master.
overlap bug that caused it in
And
the
you are
first
so
place.
very alike.
Additionally, the game's AI scripts have been adjusted for numerous enemies and bosses, making things a bit more chaotic as enemies randomize the use of their attacks and abilities. Sleep status also no longer causes a guaranteed turn of sleep. Petrifying party members now gain experience from battle, and the morale system is not used, meaning enemies have a set chance of fleeing combat, making the fear spell essentially useless. There are also some new items
The Warrior
featured
of
in the Dawn of
Darkness.
Souls version,
Again.
and spell pricing in shops reflects the prices found in the easy mode of the Final Fantasy Origins port. The Final Fantasy II Pixel Remaster also features completely redone enemy sprite work that uses the original Famicom versions as a base. But beyond this, additional animations for spells have also been added. There have also been numerous changes to the gameplay.
That
to bring
great
Final
inexorable
Fantasy
wave was
more in
upon
line with
us,
the other Pixel
and soon
remasters.
all of
For
Ishgard
example,
would bend
throws
to
now
its
function
will.
as they do in the other games, with characters in the back row taking half damage, and the player being able to switch the position of their
For all our
characters in battle.
sins, for all our scars,
Also now applies
the
to
future
dual
for
wielding
which we had
weapons,
long
meaning the
yearned
second
was at
tablet
last
set
within
was
our
if the
grasp.
original enemy was defeated. There have also been numerous balances and fixes applied.
But
Enemies have seen tweaks across
it
the
would
board,
be bought
and they too will no longer
at a
have a set
heavy
script for their
price.
abilities and attacks. Beyond this, support spells now function as intended, and enemies
For
have
in
less chance of
those
being affected by
twilight
the teleport
hours
spell.
did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raised their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song
Physical
War.
attacks no longer have a 100% success rate, so say goodbye to those devilish casts of these. Now, as the Pixel Remaster series is the first time that Final Fantasy III has appeared in a 2D form outside of its original Famicom base. Compared to the other two 8-bit releases, there are quite a few changes between the two versions. Outside of the new new sprites and animations, this means there have been quite a few enhancements applied to gameplay. It means bugs related to equipment and spells from the Famicom version have been fixed, and equipment in general has received a major overhaul and rebalancing, adding new stats and effects to items found.
Caution you, that is all I ask. Do not be so eager to place your faith in them, not until we know more.
Now been added for convenience. Many enemies have also been rebalanced, including bosses, and encounter rates have been adjusted. Many bosses also now feature attacks and abilities seen within the 3D remake version of Final Fantasy III. The biggest changes, though, have to relate to the job system. Before, when the player wanted to switch jobs, they needed to spend capacity points to do so, in addition to there being an adjustment period for the new role. This is no longer an issue, as the player is now able to freely switch between jobs as they see fit. Many jobs have also been reworked to combine abilities, add new ones, or adjust available spell lists, such as the Black Belt and Ninjas, now featuring the iconic kick and throw respectively. Finally, some dummied content, like the Sea Dragon enemy, has been restored, and locations that the player was not able to revisit in the original version of the game are now visitable. Healing spots have also been added in the World of Darkness, making Final Fantasy III's marathon of a final dungeon a little bit more
PS Messiah. Like I said, his S3 AoE. Attacks and ignores 70% of the enemy defense.
Terrible. Final Fantasy IV, as one of the most re-released Final Fantasy games in history, features changes from the original that take into account the many ways the game has been reinterpreted by Square Enix over the years. In this regard, even though the Super Famicom version is a strong base, it's an amalgamation of sorts, a sort of aggregate version of the beloved game. Featuring sprite work based on Final Fantasy IV Advance, this version relates a lot to the visual effects seen within the complete collection, minus the 3D effects. It also features updated character portraits inspired by the original Super Famicom version, although these no longer appear in character dialogue boxes like they did in some prior re-releases. The script here is largely based on Final Fantasy IV
82% done with this
thing.
With
some more new text. From a gameplay perspective, the Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remaster
82.61%.
2D re-releases as well as the 3D remake. To start, this means there have been many things rebalanced. Items, equipment, enemies, and signature character abilities all being touched up. Numerous bugs and glitches found across the many 2D versions of the game have also been fixed, like the Infinite Guild exploit and the Mist Skip. Items that have been used to cast magic.
Well, that'll be all for today.
That the item is equipped to the person casting it, although it must be an item that they can actually equip in order to use it. Item inventory has also been
Ozzy Osbourne, and now Malcolm Jamal Warner. Ozzy